All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be talking about something that I think is really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's called the PENTA-24 Inserts and Tools.
Okay.
And I think it has a lot of potential to be a real game changer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so let's dive right in.
Okay.
So the first thing I want to talk about are these quick PENTA-24 inserts. Have you heard of those?
Yeah, I've heard a bit about them.
Yeah, so they're designed to let you index the cutting edge super fast.
Really?
Yeah, and get this, you don't even have to remove the clamping screw.
Oh, wow. That's pretty impressive.
I know, right?
So, how much time does that actually save you?
Well, they say it's a significant amount of time, especially if you're doing a lot of grooving or parting off or even light turning. Yeah, because think about it. Every time you have to remove and replace a screw,
Right.
that takes time.
Yeah.
And it adds up.
Absolutely, especially if you're talking about high volume production.
Exactly.
You could be saving minutes per operation, and that translates into hours of saved time over the course of a day or a week.
Exactly. So you're not only saving time, but you're also increasing productivity and potentially even reducing costs.
Right.
So it's a win-win all around.
For sure.
Now, another thing that really caught my attention was this safe T-lock mechanism.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds pretty intense, right?
It does.
They claim that this clamping system offers just incredible stability and precision. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this.
Well, it's actually a pretty simple but ingenious design.
Okay.
It uses a wedge-shaped clamping system that basically distributes the clamping force evenly across the entire insert.
I see.
So it's kind of like a vice grip, but for your insert.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah, and because the force is distributed so evenly, there's no chance of the insert moving or shifting during operation.
So it's rock solid.
Exactly.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But how does that translate into a better end product for the machinist?
Well, think about it. If your insert is stable, you're going to get a more consistent cutting depth and a smoother surface finish.
Right.
And that's especially important when you're working with delicate materials or parts that require really tight tolerances.
Okay, so for example, if you were machining a part for an airplane or a medical device,
Exactly.
you need to make sure that every cut is absolutely perfect.
Precision is key.
Right. So this safe T-lock mechanism really seems like it could be a game changer in that regard.
It definitely has the potential.
Now, I'm sure a lot of machinists are wondering if this new system will work with their existing tools. After all, not everyone wants to go out and buy a whole new set of tool holders.
That's true.
So what's the compatibility like?
Well, the good news is that the quick PENTA-24 inserts are compatible with traditional tool holders.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so you can integrate them into your existing setup without any problems.
Awesome.
However, there is one caveat.
What's that?
You can't use traditional Penta inserts on the new tool holders.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you do need to make sure you're using the correct inserts for the tool holder.
I see.
But I think that's a small price to pay for the benefits that this new system offers.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Especially when you consider the long-term cost savings and the increased productivity.
Absolutely. Now, Iscar also talked about the PENTA-24's pinpointed coolant system. And they made it sound like a pretty big deal. So what's so special about it?
Well, as you know, heat and friction are the enemies of tool life.
Right.
And the PENTA-24 system addresses that head on.
Okay.
It uses 4 coolant inlets, including a high-pressure MC connection, to deliver a really concentrated stream of coolant right at the cutting zone.
So it's not just spraying coolant everywhere.
Exactly. It's very precise.
Okay.
And that pinpoint accuracy is what makes all the difference.
Got it.
It keeps the cutting edge cool, reduces wear and tear, and ultimately extends the life of the insert.
Now, that sounds like a huge benefit.
It is. In fact, studies have shown that this type of targeted cooling can increase tool life by up to 30%.
30%.
Yeah, it's pretty significant.
Wow.
And of course, when you're extending tool life, you're also saving money.
That's for sure. Okay, so we've got speed, we've got precision, we got this awesome coolant system. Is there anything else that makes this PENTA-24 system stand out?
Well, one thing that Iscar mentioned was the ability to index and replace inserts from both sides of the tool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that might seem like a small detail, but it makes a big difference in terms of accessibility and ease of use.
How so?
Well, you can quickly index or replace an insert without having to remove the entire tool holder from the machine.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, it saves you time and hassle.
It's amazing how these seemingly small features can really add up to big gains in productivity.
Absolutely.
So we've talked about speed precision, the coolant system, and the ease of use.
Yeah.
But what about versatility?
Yes. Well, the PENTA-24 system really shines in that department.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, it comes in a wide range of insert sizes, from a tiny 0.5 millimeters up to 3.2 millimeters.
Wow, that's quite a range.
It is. And here's the best part. All of those inserts can be mounted on the same tool holder.
So you don't need a different tool holder for every insert size?
Nope. One tool holder does it all.
That's incredibly versatile.
It is. And it saves you a lot of money because you don't have to buy a whole bunch of different tool holders.
Right, and it also saves space in your shop.
Exactly.
So it's a win-win all around. Now, one last thing that Iscar mentioned were these C and J type chip formers.
Yes.
Can you explain what those are and why they're important?
Sure. So chip formers basically control how the chips of material are formed and ejected during the cutting process.
Okay.
And the C and J types refer to the shape of the chip former.
Got it.
So the C-type chip formers produce shorter curled chips, which are ideal for general machining applications.
Okay.
While the J-type chip formers create longer ribbon-like chips,
I see.
which are better suited for deeper cuts or materials that tend to produce stringy chips.
So it sounds like you can really fine-tune the system to match the specific material and the cut you're making.
Exactly. You have a lot of control over the chip formation process.
And that's important because...
Well, it can affect things like chip evacuation, surface finish, and even tool life.
Right, so having the right chip former for the job can make a big difference.
Absolutely.
Well, wow, this PENTA-24 system is really impressive. It's efficient, it's versatile, it's precise. It seems like it has the potential to be a real game changer in the machining world.
I think so, too.
And what's really exciting is that this is just one example of the incredible innovation that's happening in tooling technology right now.
Absolutely.
I mean, who knows what the future holds?
Right.
We might have even more efficient, precise, and user-friendly systems just around the corner.
It's an exciting time to be in the machining industry, that's for sure.
It really is. Well, that's it for our deep dive on the PENTA-24 inserts and tools. I hope you found it informative and maybe even a little bit inspiring. As always, we encourage you to do your own research and see if this system might be right for you.
Good advice.
And until next time, happy machining, everyone.
Nerd.